Leah's death was bizarre. She was drugged, thrown onto a plane unconscious, and it crashed minutes later. Leah was the biggest Jeremy star of the 90s and 2000s, but her career peak ended with a suspicion. With Puff Daddy's arrest, people are talking about this again. Was incredibly talented from child. At 12, she signed her first record deal, Kelly. For those unaware, there was a trio of friends back Kelly, Puff Daddy, and Kelly's been in prison for a while, and Puff Daddy was just arrested this. As soon as Kelly saw Leah, he was smitten, and they started spending time together constantly. Nobody found it odd. Seemed normal, a man nearly 30 helping a 12-year-old artist. They were actually having a relation. 2 years later, Leah released her first student. Kelly's help produced her debut record. They were inseparable at interviews, awards, and parties. Later, he forged documents claiming Leah was 18 so they could marry. Leah's family was furious, demanding she end the marriage and leave him. The marriage was annulled, and they soon broke up. Rumors circulated that Leah had been pregnant with RKelly's child, but he allegedly forced. Eventually, Leah distanced herself, worked with new producers, and released her second album. This album launched her career, earning award nominations, interviews, and film roles. She became highly sought after, with many men couldn't move on from the end of the road. Puff Daddy wanted to date her, and JayZ was crazy about her. During this time, JayZ and a friend who was also his partner started a label called RKelly. Dash also had a strong interest in it, so JayZ said, "Hey, Aaliyah, come join our label. We can help your career." Aaliyah began working with them, but it got messy. Both JayZ and Dame wanted her. In the end, Aaliyah chose Dame Dash. They dated until her death. People say JayZ was bitter. He wanted her and never got over them being together. After that, he started pushing Dame Dash aside, but I'll get into that later. August 2001, Leah went to the Bahamas to shoot her music video, but tragically, her plane crashed. There are some suspicious circumstances surrounding her death. The police claim the plane was overloaded, causing it to lose altitude and crash. This is where things get strange. There's a guy named Hype Williams, who was essentially her manager at the time. These days, he works with big names like JayZ, Puff Daddy. He initially planned to shoot the video elsewhere, but at the last minute, he changed his mind and said, "No, you're going to the Bahamas to film there because it'll look perfect for your music video." They shot the video, but on return they faced an issue. Their original plane couldn't fly them back. So Lenny Kravitz sent his private jet to pick up Leah and her team. But only Hype Williams, the dancers, and producers returned on that private jet. He sent Leah back on an old run-down plane instead. He found this plane and pilot suspicious, yet still sent Leah on it while he flew comfortably. Leah didn't want to board, feeling unwell, so they allegedly drugged her. Witnesses helping with equipment claim she was carried unconscious onto the plane. She was dragged onto the old plane while Hype and team took the private jet. Despite witness accounts, the judge closed the case, ruling it an accident. People still question who was behind this, and more importantly, why. Was anyone interested in her death? Was it JayZ who was interested? Shortly after Aaliyah's death, JayZ made an album with RKelly. Dash, JayZ's partner and Aaliyah's boyfriend, was furious about the collaboration with her longtime abuser. That's when Dash realized JayZ had been sidelining him for a while. JayZ was making deals without him, taking advantage of the situation. Thought, "My girlfriend died and my friend works with the guy who abused her for years." He snapped, sold his Rockefeller stake, said he was done with the industry, called the music world corrupt, and vanished from the scene. He didn't really now he's into other ventures. We thought it was just conspiracy, but now things are adding up, right? Like, could it be? What's your take on all this?